Hello, welcome to Digital Farm TV Rural News. I'm Andy Walker. A live export ship that hit mechanical problems en route to Israel has returned to Fremantle, Western Australia amid assurances from industry and government officials that the cattle on board were in good condition. The Pearl of Pará, which left Fremantle with 5,240 head on board, had been anchored off Rottnest Island with engineers assessing the repairs needed, according to the West Australian. Australian Livestock Exporters Council Chief Executive Alison Penfold said a problem with the ship's propeller shaft had not affected the ventilation, feed and water systems on the vessel. Rural services player Elders has warned it expects to slash about 150 jobs, or 10% of its workforce, as it continues a long-running plan to return to being a pure agribusiness. The 174-year-old rural services company says it will post an underlying net loss for the full year of up to $39 million due to weaker than expected live cattle exports, according to ABC Rural. The company is reportedly focusing on its core rural trading businesses in Australia and New Zealand after offloading its car and forestry businesses. It expects the pending restructure will reduce its operating costs by $25 million a year. Controlling seeds at harvest time was now considered the #1 strategy for prolonging the life of herbicides under threat from resistance. Australian herbicide resistance spokesman Dr. Michael Walsh said this week that harvest weed seed control, including using a toe-behind weed destructor, played a vital management role in controlling the development of resistance. Research supported by the Grains Research and Development Corporation showed annual weed seed banks could be rapidly depleted when control systems were used to capture and destroy seeds during harvest. The Grains Research and Development Corporation will more than double its national investment into frost research, development and extension during the coming 5 years. Its annual spend on the frost RD&E will increase from about $1.3 million annually to more than $3 million from next July. Frostbite cost the national grains industry an estimated $360 million on average each year, and research had confirmed that the frost window in many regions was ending later in the season, increasing risk. Hot on the heels of a bullish report from NAB Agribusiness 2 weeks ago, Rabobank says Australia's farmers are taking a much more optimistic view of the year ahead. This was thanks to the lower Aussie dollar and good winter rainfall across the southern states, according to the new quarterly Rabobank Rural Confidence Survey. The 1,000-respondent cross-industry national survey recorded a significant turnaround in rural sentiment after the previous 5 consecutive quarters had seen net confidence wedged firmly in negative territory. The 3/4 of the nation's farmers now expected the agricultural economy to improve or remain stable during the coming 12 months. National Woolworths in-store lamb sales have jumped 19% during the past year. The supermarket giant attributes the surge to a decision to slash the retail price of the top 10 most popular lamb cuts. The Woolworths Trolley Trends report revealed vastly different Australian consumers in 2013 compared with those 25 years ago, according to the West Australian. Chicken had become a staple for most Australians, rising by 9% to constitute 21% of our food and non-alcoholic beverage share of wallet. Finally this week, back in the UK, the National Farmers Union has warned that tightening EU regulations on crop protection, plant breeding and genetic technology were threatening crop yields and quality. NFU Crops Board Vice Chairman Mike Hambley told European Commission officials, member state experts and industry stakeholders that regulations would also lead to increased reliance on imports from areas of the world where standards of production could not be guaranteed. When technology was denied to European farmers, waste would increase because producers could not protect their crops, yields would fall and farmers wouldn't be able to compete with imports, Mike Hambley said. Well, that's it for Digital Farm TV Rural News this week. I'm Andy Walker and look forward to your company again next week. Bye.